Encyclopedia Brown is a solve-it-yourself mystery series for kids. Each book has 10 short mysteries, with the solutions written in the back. The first mystery always explains the premise of the series. Idaville, Florida is a normal-looking town. No one ever gets away with breaking the law in Idaville because Chief Brown and his police officers are good at their jobs. It's kind of humorous that each book mentions this, because every time we meet a police officer in this series, they are a complete idiot who has no idea how to stop crime. No, the police and every other adult in the town is incompetent. The real crime-fighting weapon is 10-year-old Leroy Brown. Leroy reads a lot of books, and he's so smart everyone calls him Encyclopedia Brown. There's a mystery which has Chief Brown stumped. He talks it over with his family during dinner. Encyclopedia asks a question and solves the mystery. That's normally the first case. It's an introduction to Encyclopedia. The second case explains that he solves mysteries in the neighborhood. Encyclopedia usually goes up against Bugs Meany and the Tigers, a local gang. Bugs steals something from a kid, and he comes up with an incredibly stupid alibi, like, "I was counting all 7 of my fingers," or "I was milking a purple cow." The solution to the mystery is proving that Bugs is lying. Catch him in the smallest of lies, and he will roll over. The third case introduces Sally Kimball, Encyclopedia's partner. Sally is pretty and tough. Bugs has a grudge against her because she once beat him up. She beats him up multiple times over the course of the series. She has a bad habit of punching out criminals before proving they're guilty. Yikes. Bugs tries to get revenge against Encyclopedia and Sally by framing them for a crime. Half the time he just makes up a crime on the spot. The other half he sets them up by telling them to show up at a specific spot at a specific time. It is downright amazing how many times Encyclopedia and Sally fall for this trick. It's also amazing that the police always believe Bugs over Encyclopedia, even though Encyclopedia is the chief of police's son, and Bugs has made over a dozen false accusations. The final mystery that regularly shows up in these books is the Wilford Wiggins mystery. Wilford is a lazy high school dropout who scams little kids for a living. Just like with Bugs, you think the kids would eventually realize Wilford is full of crap after the 10th time he scams them, but no! The case always starts with the kid showing up and saying, "Wilford has a brand new invention! He swears this one is real! I'm going to pay you $0.25 to make sure he's telling the truth." So they go to Wilford, who makes a big speech about his latest invention or money-making scheme. At the end, he claims he needs everybody to give him money to fund his campaign. Just like Bugs, Wilford always makes a mistake somewhere. Encyclopedia points it out, and Wilford's plans are foiled. There are some basic mystery setups which showed up multiple times. For example, it's common for there to be 3 suspects to the mystery. Each one of them gives a statement or an alibi. You have to figure out which one is the liar. Whenever there's a contest in town, somebody cheats. The mystery is figuring out how they cheated. If someone leaves behind a secret message, the mystery is decoding it and figuring out what it means. It's fairly common for a crime to happen right in front of Encyclopedia. He's a witness who noticed something that nobody else did. And it's also common for Chief Brown to take Encyclopedia along with him when he's investigating a crime. Encyclopedia's town is filled with a lot of wacky characters, which is fun. Characters who show up in multiple books include Pablo, the phony artist. Sally has a crush on him, and Encyclopedia is jealous of him. There's also Tyrone, who has multiple girlfriends, and Benny Breslin, who snores badly. I am amazed at how often the series worked Benny's snoring into stories. My favorite mysteries are the ones where the solution is cleverly weaved into the story. My least favorite mysteries are the ones where the solution is not in the story at all. That happened at least twice. The vital clue to solving the mystery was never mentioned at any point, making the mystery impossible to solve. I can only assume that was an editorial oversight. A lot of the time, the mystery solution depends on knowing a fact ahead of time. For example, one culprit says the president lives in the Capitol building. The mystery solution is, that's wrong, the president lives in the White House. That's not mentioned in the story, you need to know it ahead of time. The president lives in the White House is pretty basic knowledge. You can reasonably expect grade school readers to know it. But if you don't know where the president lives, then it's game over. You cannot solve this mystery on your own. There were a lot of mystery solutions that depend on random trivia or obscure facts. For example, ducks cannot swallow without gravity. Dollar bills are 6 1/8 inches wide. Pigs cannot look upwards. And a gold brick weighs over 300 pounds. That last one was incorrect, by the way. Gold bricks do not weigh that much. It was always sad when a mystery solution depended on a fact, which was actually false in real life. If you watch my reviews for this series, you'll know I often pulled the internet over whether or not a mystery solution is accurate. I think the breakdown is about 50-50. Half the time I thought a mystery solution was an obscure fact, the internet agreed with me. The other half of the time, the internet disagreed with me. The voters believed that it was a legitimate solution based on common knowledge, and I'm just an idiot for not knowing salamanders are classified as reptiles, or garnets are the diamond for January. While I don't like having the internet call me stupid, it is a pleasant surprise to learn that about half of the difficult mystery solutions are, in fact, not too hard for child readers. Overall, Encyclopedia Brown is a good solve-it-yourself mystery series for children. The characters are interesting, the writing is clever, the mysteries aren't too difficult for readers, and the stories are a nice short length. I only took off points from a book score if there is a mystery solution I took issue with. My average score for the series is a 7.4 out of 10. So on average, each book has at least 7 solid mysteries. That's good. It looks like books 8, 15, and 26 were my favorites. They all got a 9 out of 10, whereas book 22 got a 4.5 out of 10. That was the worst, followed by book 14 with a 5.5 out of 10.